is .8 of a child? Does that mean he's missing an arm or a leg, or?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, it
Yeah,
could be, yeah,
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 yeah.
something like that.
Oh man.
And I went to
So
look on that. Well, it was in my copy, and I can't even remember again. I should have just brought the package in here.
Yeah.
It's chocolate, peanut butter chocolate, something. I'm like thinking it smells like vanilla, and it does smell like vanilla, you know. And I thought, did I
Huh.
pick up some vanilla? And I go to the trash, to the things, just thinking breakfast blend, and
mm,
it's peanut butter chocolate something, you know. It's what the
right.
hell?
Peanut butter
Both sides are
chocolate. Good
being
lord.
disingenuous. The both
Sounds good to me. I don't.
their sides things and the whole
So
picture.
anyway, apart from what you just said before, Rex, about
Mhm.
that incident at Gatwick Airport or wherever it was in London,
Yeah,
last
there's been
a week last Monday there was like a stabbing in Southport, which is only about
Mm.
15 miles away from where I live.
right.
Is that what the
Well,
one where the guy went in and attacked the day
yeah,
school? The preacher?
I think it was a Taylor Swift dance class or
Yeah, that's
something.
what it was. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
So
mean,
Wow.
the police ought to be able to go anywhere in the country they need to go,
yeah.
and yet
Well, I mean,
they've sent up these
they do.
Muslim strongholds where they say you don't
Yeah.
come in here, and that's
Right.
BS. If you allow that in your country, you don't have a
Right.
sovereign country anymore. That's all I'm
The
saying.
thing is, right, that obviously, like that happened a week last Monday, yeah. So people like through misinformation initially over the internet,
Mhm.
that's what kind of kicked off all this trouble in Southport, because that's where it happened, yeah. But since then, there's been disorder and riots or whatever you want to call it in lots of different cities all over England in the past
Yeah.
like week and a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I've
I'll
heard
Yeah.
of
just say it's
it.
a damn
So
shame and leave
so
it
they're
at
just
that.
using it.
Because,
So certain people are just using it as an excuse to cause
Yeah.
trouble.
Hmm.
yeah, well,
True.
I mean, but
Simple.
they're trying to paint the quote radical right wing. They're
Mm.
arresting British citizens and not doing anything to these Muslim people that are carrying machetes and
Well,
and say
it's a
and
very
one
complex.
thing they took
Yeah.
they took a child away that was possible abuse. That's the law to protect the
Mhm.
child, and they
Yeah.
strong arm them
Yeah.
into giving the
Yeah.
child back.
Well, that
That's
was another
bull. That is
incident.
absolute bull.
But that was another incident, Rex. Like
I
there's been
know
that
there's
much.
been several of them. They're using
There,
it as an excuse
there's
to
been
just
that
burn the
much
place
going
down.
on over the last couple of weeks. You wouldn't believe it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm.
So we're still at this situation yet where you never know what's going to happen next. You really
I
don't.
know, and that's
And
what
as you
Brian
also
said.
know, Rex, like in our country, the police don't carry firearms.
I know.
No,
So
yeah.
And
Wow.
Maybe they
I
should
made a
start thinking
prediction
about it.
I made a prediction to Shadowhawk yesterday. I believe it was in Shadowhawk. I said, "You wait and see. Trump will." Well, no, actually, it was to my sister on the phone last night. I said, "You make it. You wait. Trump will get in office, and then the Muslim uprising will start in this country. They
you
will start
reckon?
causing trouble in this country. The people that the Democrats have let over the border, you
Mm,
know,
Oh yeah.
they'll start raising their
yeah.
head in different ways. You wait and see. It's
Because
just a
as
matter of
you
time.
know, another factor to all this that's been going on for years is all the illegal crossings across the channel from France, of course, as well.
Hmm.
So that's another.
Well,
I hope
we don't
not,
hear
Gabe.
about it as much, in
No,
England because we're
well,
more
no,
concentrated on our southern border.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
have heard that. Yeah, I mean, Germany, England, France. You guys have all been invaded, basically.
The thing
oh
that
yeah.
gets me, yeah, I know it's crazy. They just open the door,
Sure.
and
But the thing
they
is,
if they will abide by the rules and assimilate, but they won't do it. So a bunch of them won't.
Mhm.
So, man, it should be doubly hard if you come from a Middle
well,
Eastern country to get citizenship. I'm sorry,
you would think that with the United
they've
Kingdom
had to.
being a small island, you would think that people
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want to come here because
Yeah.
surely France is classed as a safe country. So why
What
don't they
part of
stay there?
centuries of warfare do you not understand, though? These people want to come to your country and convert you to Islam. And if you don't, you die. There's no in between,
Wow.
and we try and equivocate. And I'm sorry, but oil and water don't mix, and it never will. Even 1,000 years from now, it won't. It's
Hey,
just
Santa.
these
There's always
people
been,
don't want to assimilate. They want to divide and conquer. Just
but
like
as we know, like it does. There are a certain kind of people in this world, as we all know, that are just out to cause one thing, and that's trouble.
True.
Yep.
That's what I think, anyway.
But there is an end goal, and while
Yeah,
your
could be.
citizens sit around and passively just let it happen,
Well,
this is not good,
Put it
and
this
I
way,
hope we
there's
don't
been
do
a-
the same here,
there's-
and I hope France gets there and Germany gets
Mm.
their country straight, because they need to be
Yeah.
deporting these people, because
Well-
Germany is
or
in
there's always going to be
big
trouble.
trouble, dude.
Because
Germany
am I wrong, Shadowhawk? They are out to convert or die. A bunch
Well, see, that's the problem with Germany was, and apparently what's happening with England now too, is low birth rates. They weren't replacing the working population. So they decided that they were going to open up their borders to get more young people to come there to seek opportunities and whatever. But the people they're getting aren't coming there to seek opportunities. They're
No,
coming
most
there
of
to
them are
seek
men.
welfare and cause trouble. And
well, that's it. That's the problem.
and like I said, I mean, England and France, I think, still have a pretty good shot at getting their shit back together. Germany might be too late, man.
Mm.
They've got some serious shit going on over there.
But like I say,
To me,
as
it's
far
all
as,
preventable, though. That's the thing about it, Dave. It seems
It
preventable.
was.
to me.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, but
Their police
now it's
forces
become a
are
problem.
outnumbered now, dude. The
But
police
honestly,
are scared to go into certain areas. They won't even answer calls.
But like in France, though, Shadow, like the migrants that go to France, from other countries, that come in from other countries, the French
Hey, Miss
police,
Gibson.
like they have gangs of people like charging God knows how much to get people across the channel in small boats and inflatables and all that. And the French police, I don't think, are doing anything about it. They're just letting them get on with it.
Well, and that's probably part of the problem too. I mean, look at in America,
It is-
our border
it is part of the problem.
our border patrol over the last 2 years has been ordered to cut open spots in the barbed wire fences, to take down sections of wall, to allow illegal immigrants easier access. How the hell does that make sense?
Well, that sounds very similar to the situation with migrants crossing the channel here. Then,
Yeah, it's the world. They're the new world order people. Everybody wants this. They think that there's all these globalists, these rich people that think they know what's best for everyone, and they're trying to just do it behind the scenes. And before you know it, all of a sudden we're just going to be all under one big rulership.
Wow, a bit like Facebook, isn't it? What can I say?
Or Twitter. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Some people believe everything they read on there.
Well, I'm starting the show over, folks.
Well, it must be true, Dave. It was on the internet. I mean, if it was on the internet,
And
it
it's
gotta be
muted.
true.
Come on. There we go.
It'll be a really big show. Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah, be fun.
Size 12, size 13.
Size 14.
So
Yeah.
Damn,
can
Kip.
I just ask,
How are you, man?
Well, all I can say, Dave, is
man.
stay safe.
I'm doing my
Hey, Miss
best.
Kid Stuff.
It's sad all this is going on. It seems like the thing to me that it was a lot of it was preventable. It didn't have to happen.
Well, it's escalated out of control things tend to do over here. You know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
nobody talks about this, but there was a point in America where we froze immigration for about 10 to 15 years. Nobody got
20
in.
years at one time. 20
Yeah,
years.
it might have been 20.
Didn't let
So that
any
the people who had come in could assimilate
assimilate
to the
right.
population.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just keep letting more and more people in.
Eisenhower deported over 1 million Mexicans.
Wow.
So it's not
Jesus.
unprecedented. And you wait when Trump tries to do it, there's going to be pushback like you've never seen before, but it needs to happen. A lot of these people have come from
what the problem is, right? Is if Trump gets into office and we don't have control of the Senate, we don't have control of the House, it's going to be exactly the same thing it was last time. They'll try to stop him. They'll try to stop him from taking a breath if they can. I mean, they've proven that.
I mean, I will not believe it if he gets back in, to be honest, because he didn't do very well first time round, did he?
Wow.
Oh, he did spectacular first time around, dude.
Wow.
You have no idea, Dave. Our economy was fabulous, man. I was making killer money.
Was it?
I was paying stupid cheap gas prices and commuting 1,000 miles a week, and I didn't care.
I was going to say, as you know, we've just had an election recently here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we now have a Labour government, not a Conservative one. And guess what they've gone and done already?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't want to know.
They have taken away the £300 winter fuel allowance off pensioners starting this year.
So people that are retired and have no other way of making income have now just had another automatic $300 added to their heating bills.
No, £300 taken away, Shadow. It was like a yearly amount of money that the government gave pensioners towards the fuel costs
to supplement their right. But either way, it comes up to a $300 loss.
Well, £300. So I don't know what that is.
Sorry, I keep saying dollars, but pounds are a bit more than dollars these days. I think
whatever that is in dollars, anyway, like a year.
Yeah, it's probably another, $150 or something in American money.
Yeah,
that's about $380.
Right.
Is that okay?
But that payment has just been stopped out the blue, just like that, because they're trying to fund.
Anyway, hey Kevin, the funny part was when before I got a chance to meet you and we were just chatting back and forth and all that stuff. I thought you were from England because Carrie introduced you to us and she was raving about it. Like, you got to meet my friend Kev. Oh. I just assumed you were in England as well.
Right.
No, I'm not. I'm not in England.
That's why.
I met Carrie through a podcast. Actually, that's how we met.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this is new artwork from John Dillard that everybody's been ignoring, but that's okay.
Hey,
looks awesome.
Book, so you can wait to visit.
Oh, I missed it. I was looking at chat.
Yeah, I've shown 3 pieces so far. Nobody said anything, so
we were busy talking.
We were stunned by the artwork.
You're over there playing an Elsie move, man. Come on. I'm just gonna show this book while everybody else is talking.
Hey, I'm just gonna say we were all stunned by the artwork. There you go. That'll cover it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I agree with you. Hey, Mike.
Well, Mike says Shadowhawk's absolutely correct on the need for Trump's need to have control of both the House and Senate to be able to get anything done. Yeah, and he probably will. We hope. We hope.
Yeah, well,
we hope he wins. Look, if Kamala wins, it's a disaster. Or if any Democrat wins, because I'm sorry, you're laughing. You're laughing.
I'm not laughing.
But over here, they are radical communists. I'm sorry. That's if you don't believe that.
I must admit, I don't know too much about American politics.
They're communists. You can vote for Trump or you can vote for communists. And I'm
I
not
can
saying
only-
that either side is the best, but
No, but it's
I
a bit
will not
like
vote
over
Democrat.
here. It's just a
Huh?
bit like over here. They're all as bad as one another, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
What-
I'm not a political person. I'm just watching the disaster, see what happens.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Sounds
we're not
like-
in control of anything anyway.
I just if they can, somehow or
Kevin, do you
another
have your
finagle
link
another
that
win
you can drop
after
in the chat?
the horrible 4 years we've had under Biden. If the
Mm.
Democrats can win again, then I think it's all over for us. We're never going to have. It's going to be a one-party state.
Not that they won last time.
We'll
Just
never have another Republican president. We'll never have anybody that's conservative. It'll be all over.
Can I ask a question, Rex?
Sure.
Oh, just checking.
Right.
He didn't speak back to me.
Yes.
Could I ask Kevin what he does? Are you an artist or a writer, or do you just collect comics like me?
I'm a writer. I'm a published author,
Right. Okay.
and I'm building my own publishing company. So I
Mhm.
self-publish my stuff.
Cool.
I released my first 2 comics called Arcfire and Havoc.
Hmm.
Havoc's my most recent. Yeah, Havoc's my most
Arcfire
recent
number
one. Right.
Oops.
Yeah, Shadow has Arcfire number 1.
Oh, right.
I
right.
didn't know if Havoc had launched yet or not.
Yeah, I did. I'm finna see the link now.
Right.
Okay, yeah, send me the link to both of those if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Put them in the
Yep.
chat for everybody.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I was just curious, because obviously the first time I've sort of seen you on, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this is the second time he's been on, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
We
that's my
set
second.
we set him coming up today a couple months ago. He said, "Yeah, I can come on in August." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, Rex.
Really?
Yeah, Rex contacted me in June.
Yeah, he's
asked
hard
me
to
when
get, man.
when I'm free. I said, next time I'm free is around August. Is that okay? He said, sure. We got you down. I was like, cool. I was like,
Yeah, Rex turned around and told
I've-
me, I'm like, damn, that guy is busy, man.
Dude, I've literally the first time I met you, after I met you guys, I got hired to help 3 people with their comic projects, to write their projects. And
Oh,
then
wow.
on top of that, I've been getting booked on podcasts. So I'm booked on podcasts till like October now.
Wow. Excellent,
so-
dude.
Oh,
So
okay.
you guys-
is that it? You've
so-
been booked and busy? Is that it? I mean,
Pretty much, yeah. So you guys
Okay.
literally help. You guys literally help skyrocket my career. So thank you
Dude,
guys.
happy to be your springboard, my friend.
no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I believe you got a
Yeah.
wrench. You can go ahead and drop those links in the chat, or did you do it in the private chat? Where are you going to drop it at?
Oh, I was going to send it to you, like
Okay.
on Instagram or something.
Oh, on okay. Yeah, you're on Instagram. aren't you?
Yeah. Because I'm still learning this process. I don't know how to do everything just yet.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
the more you do it, the easier it gets, I think.
Well,
Practice.
Yeah, Katie, I'm afraid you may be right as well.
I was going to say, Kevin, as Rex knows, I'm just a long time comic collector and fan of just about everything. So I don't write or draw, but I just enjoy what other people have done for the past 50, 60 years.
Yeah,
Nice.
and Dave has
Yeah.
an incredible collection.
Well, I've got some of it behind me.
Wow. Yeah. I just started getting into comics like 2 years ago. I didn't grow up reading
you?
comics.
Right.
Now, Arcfire is still going on
Ooh,
too,
maybe.
right? Send me that link to Arcfire if you wouldn't mind.
Yep, I'm finna send you that one too.
Okay. Because we got Havoc over here on Fun My Comic.
Yep,
And-
and Arcfire is on Fun My Comic as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and actually,
hopefully,
you went
yeah,
to
Friday I
Indiegogo
should
first,
be
and then we mentioned Fun
able
My
to back
Comic,
at
and
it.
you went over there, right?
Yes, sir. I did.
There's the Havoc link right there, and we'll take a look at that. We have not taken a look at this, although I think last time you were on, you were talking about Havoc a little bit.
Yeah.
Over on Fund My Comic here, we got 2 backers, $56. Let's see, 11% there. No end date. Okay. Tell us a little bit about Havoc and what it's about.
So Havoc originally started out as a joke because my friends of mine, their business is called Havoc Indie Props. And I just love the name Havoc. And I just made a joke. I said, I can make a comic series out of y'all named Havoc. And they just told me, do it. I was like, you seriously?
There you go.
They said, yeah, do it. Because they love my writing. So they know I'm going to do something crazy. So with volume 1, so it's going to be an anthology series, which each book is going to be a different art style and a different story. This one is about I randomly set it in London. I just picked a random place to set it in, so I picked London.
Why not?
Because I got inspired.
I'd totally forgotten about you're on your last campaign. I mean, you're into the merch. You got the beanie here, you got the water bottle, got the cap, all kinds of stuff.
Kev don't play, man. He puts that in.
Hey, I want people to look good while reading, so why not?
Yeah.
Plus a little bit of sponsored advertising won't be amiss either.
So with this story, I was inspired by like The Mummy, the movie The Mummy. So that's also why I kind of based it in like London, because the one from 2017 was with Tom Cruise was in that area. So I'm like, I just put London here, see what play around with it.
Havoc Volume 1. Volume 1 is about a man named Ares who was born half demon and half witch. His father was a demon from hell who fell in love with a witch. Wow, that sounds pretty wild.
Yeah, and my friend that owns the company Havoc he likes to go by the name Ares. So that character is based off him because he loves it so much. So yeah, he doesn't like his name. His name is Howard, but he always have people call him Ares. So, but yeah.
I'm afraid I've been abandoned by the cat at the minute, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Oh no.
She's left me. She's left me.
Is she divorced?
So you have 2 campaigns going on right now at the same time.
Yes, sir.
We got Arcfire #1 over on Fund My Comic. 5 backers, $170, 34% there on storefront. And then you also have this over on Indiegogo, correct?
That was my first campaign. When that was finished, I automatically came over here.
Okay. Is it done over at Indiegogo? Your campaign over there?
Yep. Okay. That's why I transferred everything over to Fund My Comic to continue it.
Wow. I like these mugs. Check those mugs out. With just the panels and your logo.
Black sensitive mugs there, Rex.
Yes. Did you do your own logo? Who did your? I mean, I know the Lucas logo here, but this one with the green and the circle that I'm seeing. Who did that?
Same artist who did Arcfire.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Same artist who did Arcfire, did my Kevin's Film logo, did my Kevin's Land logo.
He's got socks, folks. It's like Arcfire socks.
You've got to keep your feet warm. You've got to keep your feet warm.
One of my supporters who bought the socks said they're very comfortable. So yeah.
And the thing of it is, you got a jacket there. You got a million tears, though. That's the thing about it, man. You got tears at the wazoo. See, when are you ever going to stop crying? I did not notice. Did Havoc? Yeah, you got it. Did you? I did not notice. Did Havoc have a trailer?
No, it didn't. Not this one.
No, it didn't. Okay. Well, we'll play the one to Arcfire here, and at least for Texas Dave, so he can see what it's all about. Interesting theme.
I've heard that music before, right? What's going on? Have you been poaching again?
No. I think Devil Flyer just flew into the room. Of course, it's public domain music, so anybody can.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that a fact, by the way? Is that a fact? That music?
Yeah, it's a public domain.
Yeah,
Yeah. In fact,
Is it?
Ragetality used it and used more of it in his campaign on Indiegogo.
You see, I thought it was all your music there, Rex.
Well,
for
I
all
did
this
not
time.
know. Doc we worked on, Doc and I worked on the trailer and incorporated the animation bits into that Pedro had done the year or two before, and with some additional elements and artwork, so we, retooled the old, Indiegogo Ashcan into a new trailer, and you used the same. He was the one. Pedro was the one initially to use the music, for me. I think he gave me a selection, a choice, or something, or whatever he picked. I went, yeah, that's spot on. That's great, And then I later backed Ragetality, and he used more of the music on his. And then I heard Kevin's and said, aha, yeah, I'm not the only one.
Past Perfect Monthly. Interesting.
Name the film. Anybody?
2001, Dave.
That's right,
A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Alignment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it looked familiar, but I suck with names.
Well, 1968, but I always want to say 69 on that movie.
There you go.
Space Odyssey. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, if you've never seen it, great movie,
yeah, it is. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a classic, that.
It's one that hangs on the moment, but Jolly Green in the house.
Just Katie, go as far away from anyone as possible is your best bet.
Yeah.
Learn how to live off the grid and go hide somewhere in the wilderness.
Yeah, Katie says, I think it's all over for the Western world already. Wow,
probably is.
Really? Okay.
I hate to admit it, dude, but yeah.
All I'm going to say is it's a good job I'm the age I'm at now, because I don't think I could go through another 50+ years.
I'm glad I'm almost 60, dude. I don't want to do another 30.
No,
the last time the West fell was the fall of Rome and the Empire. The Dark Ages followed.
Shut up, Tree.
Well, I mean, it's true.
He's way too smart for his own good. Yes, we know, Tree.
But the thing of it is, it doesn't have to happen. We can nip it in the bud right now.
Maybe.
I don't think we've tipped too far. If we've tipped too far, it's on the spending.
You know what, Rex? I love your optimism.
Well, I agree with Doc. We've got the best military and capability in the world. So what's going to happen to that?
That's not saying much, my friend.
Okay.
At this point,
we keep giving the technology away to others. That's the bad thing. And I really don't want to get into a big discussion about this. I guess that's
that's not what we usually do.
The last artwork that I haven't done anything since I did these two pieces, but
that's beautiful.
Anyway, so anybody that backs Fire, of course, will get a 4x6 head sketch, kind of like this, either this way or that way, horizontal or vertical, my pick.
And Rex, I just sent you my official website. If people can buy from my official website or the crowdfunding.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Drop
does that expedite anything? Like, will they get it quicker if they go through?
Either way, you'll still get it quick.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Arcfire's already ready to ship out, right?
Yeah, Arcfire Havoc, it's ready to go. You can get it from the crowdfunding or my website itself. Either way, you're gonna get it
in the chat.
Dude, that's another reason I was so surprised when I got Arcfire from you so fast. I was like, how the heck did he get this to me from England?
England?
Yeah. It's funny.
Well,
That's
I was
funny.
thinking
I
Kevin lived in England because
I sent,
Yeah.
no, I sent the book very fast.
He was projecting.
What I did was I made an assumption, which you know what happened.
Well, there you go.
So you
I
never
shipped
make assumptions,
I
Gavin.
shipped Arcfire to England, but I have not there in England.
Yeah.
Dude,
Never-
shipping to England is not cheap these days. Ouch.
No.
Neither is shipping to America, of course. as well.
No, has price has gone up for you too, Dave?
Oh, absolutely.
But luckily, I was able to get a deal before they raised the prices. So I was
nice.
lucky.
You got
I was
locked
lucky
in.
when I was So I was lucky.
Well, I was just going
Dude,
to
that means
say,
whoever's working for you is eating the cost. Like, that's may or may not be good.
to send one comic, which is classed as a large letter, just in the UK to a UK address, it's £2.10. Just so I'd let
That's
you know.
a lot.
Wow,
Jesus
dude, that's
Christ.
crazy.
I don't
That's
know why
£2.
they can't.
That's
In
£2.
country, not even
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's £2.10 in our money, of course. Don't forget.
within England itself.
Just
that's
to send one large letter
Wow.
in the United Kingdom is £2.
That's insane.
what's a stamp up to now if you're just mailing?
I think
in
a
the
second
States?
class.
I think it's like 58 cents, 59 cents or something.
I don't know why you ask these Britishers questions because everything's
I'm
different. over there.
asking
It's
the general.
A second class.
I don't know what. I'm asking the
Yeah.
general. I'm
A
asking the
second
general panel.
Right.
Like here's one.
Go ahead.
Use
Here's
your
one that
brain. We
comes
got 4
out.
people here. I'm not just asking Dave.
Right.
Oh,
I was just going to say though, a second class stamp for a card is like 85p.
Yeah,
which
that's
means
still
jack to me because I don't do pence. You know, so
Well,
why ask
you know,
that question?
There's no time
it-
like
Here
there's
it's
no
almost
time like
60
the
cents.
it's a wee bit more than a penny Rex.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah,
All right.
something like that.
So we still don't know what it is. Anyway,
No.
I think
Yeah,
here in America,
this is what you get when you get Arkansas math.
I think it's
I'm sorry.
I think it's about 60 cents here in America. Shadow
I was
Hawk,
going to
just so
say,
you know,
right?
Yeah, I think it's about 59, 60
which
cents
is crazy.
I was just
pay.
going
compared to what it
say-
used to be.
Hey,
I was
Kermit
just
the
going
Frog.
to say, Rex, what's
Hey.
your book for? What?
What
I
now?
remember when I was a kid, I had a pen pal, and I think stamps were either 10 or 11 cents, and that I could send that to another country.
No.
Mm.
I remember
Wow.
when comics were cheap.
Well,
Well, one of the smartest things they did was
Dave,
go to
you
the
remember when the
forever-
dinosaurs used to poop outside your backyard too, but
one of the
Excuse me,
only,
I'm not that old. I'm just sensitive.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Just see.
No,
Usually we give Rex all the old jokes. I had to give
well,
somebody else
you know,
one.
just because I'm the oldest person here doesn't mean to say you can get me.
now how are you going to join if
Dave,
you're on Twitch?
I would be willing to bet money that you like if we had zombies behind us, Dave, you would outrun me.
Do you reckon?
This American doesn't.
I'm-
do it.
I'm
I
willing
can't
to
speak
bet.
for other Americans.
Oh man.
No, I can't run anymore. I'm afraid. Can't
Now
run
I
anymore.
picked up some more.
I
Utz.
can't either, dude. I got a bad knee. A fast walk
Honey
is about
barbecue.
as much as I can muster.
Ooh, that looks good.
Honey barbecue.
So we'll
Honey
try
barbecue, that looks
these.
good.
Is
That
that
was
a
good.
crisp? Is that
Gluten
a crisp?
free. Huh?
Yes, it's a
Is
crisp.
that a crisp?
You know these are going
God,
to
I want to see those things explode one of these days when Rex does it. And they just go flying.
be. And they've got stuff that I
He
don't
always
even like.
does that with these.
Utz Red Hot. So
Oh.
we're going to see how hot these are.
Oh, interesting.
Because I don't
Oh,
know.
Okay.
They got peppers on the back.
Whoa!
So we'll see, huh?
You better have a
man.
glass of water handy there, Rex.
All right, now
Yeah,
stick
well, I
your
got
nose
coffee
and your
yeah.
eyes in the bag and take a big giant inhale. Oh God, and he does.
No, really, yeah.
Rex, you're gonna go be looking for an EpiPen in a minute. Ah!
Oh, not the EpiPen.
We'll see how much
Let's
heat,
look at the
heat
water
it
out in a
brings, you
minute.
know. If I thought they were too hot,
No,
'cause I
Rex,
don't do
no.
hot. It's got some burn to it.
It will have after the third one.
Well, okay.
8 miles on a cliff-top walk, 8-tree goblin. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
long way. Do that.
I won't.
And hello to Kermit the Frog, 19810, coming over from Twitch, looks like.
I think I
Oh,
can
no.
stand the heat on those. If I thought they were like ghost pepper something, I was like, no.
Dude, you know what, man? I finally got the balls to try one of them ghost pepper things the other day, and it was... I've had jalapenos that were hotter, man. I don't know if it's because it's processed or what, but it wasn't that hot.
It probably would have been for me.
Tree Goblin says I did an 8-mile cliff walk Sunday, had lunch on the edge of a 400-foot cliff. Lovely view.
Nice.
Jesus. Nice.
The question is, where was he? Somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Where
Yeah,
was he?
he's in the UK somewhere.
I know he's traveled around on holiday.
He might have been down by the White Cliffs of Dover then. Who knows?
Well, dude, I know I got a picture somewhere. We drove up to one of the scenic lookouts in Red Rocks, right outside of Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, where they have the concerts.
Yeah, just outside of there. And
I'm gonna have to
we
bring
went
that
all
up.
the way to the top, and then me and my buddy went and found this little crag that we could sit on and just look down into the valley below. And I've got pictures of like eagles flying around underneath me.
Wow.
How often do you get a picture of an eagle from above? You know,
Do you know where Cheddar Gorge is?
I do.
And is it made out of cheese?
No.
If it was, there wouldn't be a gorge left right
It
now.
could be Beachy Head, because Beachy Head, you know, was where an episode of the Prisoner TV series was filmed. I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys come up with the wildest names for you.
Yeah.
Is it Peachy or Beachy?
Beachy.
Beachy. Okay. Yeah, you guys don't have pizza in England.
B-A-C-H-Y, I think you spell it. I think. Not sure.
Now, I want to ask you, I've been getting these zero sugar, you know, you add to your water. Is this better than soda? I know it's cheaper now.
It depends what kind of sweeteners are they using in it, right?
Yeah, is it saccharin that causes cancer in rats? I don't know, you know.
No, they don't use saccharin anymore.
Boy, that's got some heat to it. It's getting to the back.
Oh boy.
I had a feeling, I say Shadow, I had a feeling Rex might regret eating so many so quick.
Yeah.
Look at I love.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad.
You
if you
can
had
tell
like a
everything
hamburger
that's
with
going
it, you
on
know?
with Rex just by his complexion.
That's true. Woo!
It's like watching a thermometer, man. I love this guy.
I got me a new pointer, Kevin.
Oh wow! Now I'm gonna get
you
one.
would
I'm about
never
to
make
get one.
money. You'd never make money playing poker, Rex. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah, I'm like chameleon, you know. It's like, but I've only got one color. It's red.
His facial expression hasn't changed. No, but he's 4 shades redder.
There's another one for you, right?
There you go. Now I'm Web of Fear. It's got the right there.
Yeah, tells you on it. There you go.
Now that Web of Fear was the first one where he played Lethbridge Stewart, wasn't it?
Okay, I was just going to ask you. Is that a rank? What is Lethbridge? What is?
No, that was his name, Shadow.
Yeah.
That was his name.
He was a colonel.
He was a colonel. Okay.
Yeah.
That always confused me.
He was a brigadier general, wasn't he?
He was called Colonel Lethbridge Stewart in that episode.
Okay, but he became a
It's
brigadier
in
general, didn't he?
It's in the credits. You probably can't
Nobody
see that.
answers my questions anymore.
Because I don't know, Rex.
Right. You know, I'm asking, what kind of shirt you got on today, Dave?
Oh, yeah, this one.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
man.
great. I love that. Yeah.
Oh man,
No wonder your
Got it.
cat left you.
Well,
your cat went to space.
Yeah.
She came
you
back
know,
with a
cheese.
jewel encrusted in her neck. Once a month, she turns into
Tree
a
Dollar
tiger.
says Google pictures. It's where the cheese was invented. The cheese is aged in the caves. The perfect humidity for the flavor.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Mm.
She's
Yeah.
back. She's back. She's back.
She's back from space,
I mean,
guys.
the UK
Hey, Maya.
claiming that they invented cheese now. I don't know. What is the history of cheese?
I have no idea.
All I know is when somebody pulls my finger, well, anyway, we cut the stuff. Anyway,
I think, yeah.
how come they put the cheese in caves for 2 years? As soon as it's in the supermarket, it has a shelf life of 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Because that's
additives,
all bullshit. If
Yeah.
you take care of your food properly and keep your
I've
refrigerator
eaten
at
loads of
proper
stuff.
temperature, you can
Well, I
keep
mean,
your
even
food
if
for a
mold-
lot longer.
even if cheese molds over, you can cut the moldy part off and eat the rest of it, right? It's
Sure.
kind of like
I do that all the time.
can't do
Yeah,
that with bread so much.
Nope, you can't. Not with bread.
Some things.
Well,
you
dude, I mean, they actually do it with aged meat and stuff.
Oh,
where,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It,
Oh,
it gets like
You
a
eat the
layer
outer
of
part,
can-
if you eat
mold
the
that
outer
throws
part, you're
over it.
probably going to get sick or die, right?
Oh yeah, but you take
Wow.
that outer part off, and the stuff that's
Yeah.
in the middle is like supposed to be some of the best
Yeah.
tasting and
Who
most
discovered that?
tender
They didn't want to
stuff.
waste it, and they said, "Well, we've left that up there too long. It molded."
I would
you know?
imagine, dude, it
We'll
was
take our
probably
lives in our own hands and cut this moldy part
started
out. And try and,
started off as a survival thing, right?
I
You know,
guess.
like somebody
Yeah.
had to store meat
I mean,
over
have
the
you guys
winter.
ever
so-
thought about that? What is poisonous and what is not? The official taster, they must have had about 1,000 of them, right?
Nope. It's
Initially,
the one. It's
know?
the one guy that finds out, and everybody else goes, "Oop, don't eat that."
or you get
wow.
trial and error, okay, right? Or you get like a Rasputin that you try and poison him, give him enough to kill 4 people when he's still alive. It's like, well, it
Dude, I
must be
just
all right
watched
to drink.
one of them, like
Wrong.
5 or 6 years back on
Loser.
Survivor.
Oh,
They had a dude on there that was supposed to be, he's Mr. Hardcore, right? He's gonna survive this thing by any means, and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And he
Cheddar
ate
is
some
the
berries
man.
that he knew were chancy. He's like, if these things aren't right, you know, things could go badly.
Good
And
times, bad
yeah, they
times,
ended
you
up
know,
taking
it's
him out of there in a
Oh.
fucking ambulance. He damn
Oh,
near
wow.
killed himself. Yeah.
Do you
Wow,
think
there you
this
go.
chat wants some attention or what? Because she's pestering me.
No, she just
We're
likes to be
doing-
petted, dude. All
We're
cats
doing-
like to be petted.
We're doing fabulous. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't even looked at what they put in here as a sweetener. Number
Yeah,
one
you
ingredient.
probably don't want to know.
Number one ingredient on this says citric acid.
Okay,
What you doing?
that's not necessarily bad for you.
No. Let's see. Adds a dietary insignificant amount of sugar. So they
Okay,
say
so-
0 sugar, but they say, yeah, there might be an insignificant amount in there.
Right. Well, I mean, anything that like even like alcohol-free beer still has a tiny percentage of alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to drink like 8 cases to get a buzz. You know?
Yeah. You're probably gonna bloat up and die.
Yeah, just plug me into that keg over there. Maybe I'll have a buzz by the end of the night.
What you doing? I've gone all tall and narrow.
Oh, and I did pick up. Oh, Shadowhawk's phone kicked him. He'll be back. Probably just for the best, because after a while his phone heats up and it starts echoing. I think you're in the
Makes sense.
La Sox caves of France.
What to do with cat?
Let's see. Tree Golden says the mold is an important part of creating cheese. It's bacteria that's good for your gut. Yeah, and it breaks it down, right? It makes it more. Oh God, that cat looks exactly like my sister's. That's wild. Yeah. That's Maya.
There we go.
There's
It
Maya.
is.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? See?
And how old is Maya again?
She is the grand old age of nearly 9.
Of nearly 9. Okay.
Nearly
Wow.
9. 9 cat years, that is, of course.
Here's my butt. Slap, slap, slap with the tail.
This is her tail.
Internet
Look,
froze up on me.
she's
Might be back in
facing
a
this
minute.
way, right? She's facing this way.
Yeah.
Not the other way. That
Yeah,
way.
she's a beautiful cat. Yeah. How long you had that shirt, Dave? Show us that shirt again. That's
I
awesome.
just got this for my birthday.
Oh, you
Oh
did?
wow, nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Hang on, I'll get a bit closer. How's that?
And
Nice.
you turned 70, right, on your birthday?
Don't tell everybody.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't turn 75 like Mike Barron.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, my birthday
processed
coming up.
cheese
month.
doesn't have the good bacteria though. I know I don't buy cheese slices or anything like that anymore. It's usually in block, usually like extra sharp cheddar, but it's not. It depends on the brand of extra sharp cheddar. You get a Kraft extra sharp, and I'll probably just get extra. I'll probably just get sharp with them because it's really sharp, with Kraft brand. So it really depends on the brand,
Yeah,
I do like a sharp cheddar, but if it's really, really sharp, not so much,
Does
I
sharp
like to eat it by itself.
is
or put
sharp
it
the
on
same?
pizza.
Is sharp the same meaning as mature? Then is it the same?
No, the taste of it, it's just
Oh right,
yeah.
right.
It's kind of
Because I
like
like a strong mature cheddar myself.
poor Kevin doesn't get a word in, letting the man speak. Laugh out loud.
that's funny.
Yeah, well, tell us about Arcfire, because Arcfire is still active over there on Fund My Comic. What Arcfire is about?
Arcfire is a story about a character named Cathedral Arcfire. He wakes up in a cocoon in a science lab with no memory of who he is. So the story goes, he's trying to figure out who the hell he is and where he's come from.
That's always a great premise for the story.
Yeah.
Sort of amnesiac.
Yeah. He basically he can't trust anybody because it's gonna be twists and turns. You don't think somebody's a hero, but they're actually a villain. So I'm really having fun. Just I like writing stories to make people relate to the characters in a way. Because this world is crazy. So I want people to read the stories and just have fun, like to build their own imagination and just help to escape the world for a minute. That's why I got into comics, into writing, because I just love storytelling and just putting smiles on people's faces.
So why not do a novel? Why do comics with visuals? Because you had to hire artists and stuff for that, right? And letterers.
Yeah, I started out. I do write novels too. I started out with novels first before I started comics.
Okay, now do you do the lettering in your own comics?
No,
I
do not.
You let the artist do that?
Yep.
Okay,
I do. do.
And where'd the name Arcfire come from?
It was a random name that popped in my head.
Okay, yeah, that often happens to me too.
Yeah,
Kevin. That's a cool name. Write that down before I forget it.
That's literally what happened when I was outlining the story. I was struggling with the title, but I was advised, don't think about the title right now. Think about the story, what story you want to tell. So that's where I got advice from my mentors that taught me about writing comics. And so as I was writing it, it just popped in my head. I thought about, oh, this is fire. I was like, fire, fire. I just kept repeating fire because I'm weird. Um, and then I just put like different words with fire. So I'm like this, like arc fire, arc fire, and so that's really how it went.
Okay,
I was
but
like,
you spelled fire a little bit differently.
yeah,
Yeah,
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, with the Y. Yeah.
Yeah. At first
yeah.
it was with the I, but I felt like, I don't want to do it with the I. The Y looks so much better.
So Arcfire is delivering now. Immediately. Somebody backs it today over on Fund My Comic. It'll be mailed out immediately. And Havoc, what's kind of the timeline on that?
Same thing.
Same thing. Is it ready to go?
Yeah. Here's one of the covers over right here.
So when you start a campaign, is it 100% and already published?
Yep.
Really? Okay. That's the way you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you printing on demand? How do you know how many to print? Okay. All right. Yeah. That's a good, for smaller publishers, print on demand is a great way to go, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for limited runs, right?
I always print like a small amount just to see how it goes first before I do like a big stock.
Well, how's the development on Arcfire 2 coming?
Really good actually. Just I'm rewriting the script a little bit, but we're getting pages. Some pages are already done so far, and the cover is already done.
Okay, is that complete? Is that colored? Is that artwork? That's lettering, everything?
Yep. I didn't say 7. I said some pages are done.
Okay,
but yeah, some.
Okay.
Yeah, full pencil, ink, color, and letter, and the cover's done too.
Now I didn't read the ending of your book, so was it all complete story, or is this second story sort of linked? I mean, it's same character, so I assume that there's maybe plot elements that went over into issue 2.
Yeah, because it's one continuing story, so it's not just one story in one book.
Oh, that's right. Don't you have like a 3-issue arc that you're doing with it?
With Arcfire, I'm thinking probably be like 15 issues.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My 3 arc one that's for Terminus, my zombie apocalypse series. That one is about my 3 volumes. But Arcfire, I'm debating probably 15 issues because there's a lot of lore I'm putting into it that I'm outlining. But yeah, issue 2 is in production. I'm revamping the script a little bit. It takes me like 1 million rewrites before I'm officially like ready to give it to the artist.
Right.
But yeah. I'm having a blast.
How do you convey the action and what you're going on? Do you thumbnail it with little drawings, or do you do that all with writing, just instructions of what you want to see panel by panel? How do you lay that out for the artist so they know what to draw?
So I do it. I be very specific in the writing, but I also send like an outline, a breakdown to give the artist what I'm thinking in my head, but always have them ask me questions just in case nothing's clear. So they get the script, but also get the outline. I always explain what I'm meaning in certain panels just in case they don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about
it. Sometimes I'm kind of like trying to do like a small sketch. I'm like, this character goes here, this character go here doing this, yada yada yada. Try to like be more specific, so it'll be a smoother process.
There you go.
So yeah, and I also use references from like shows and movies that inspired me to show them like this is kind of like the way I'm thinking, like especially horror elements. This is the tone. This is how dark I want it to get. Like the color scheme I'm kind of looking for. So that's how I communicate with my artists to make sure that we have a good process and everything be smooth and selling.
Yeah, and I guess you maybe talk over the phone or the internet with your artist.
Yep.
And where's your artist located?
For Arcfire, he's in the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay.
Wow.
How
Yeah.
did you kind of get with him?
Facebook. I put
Okay.
out looking for an artist. I got like 1,000 messages. Yeah, he was
Oh
one of the
yeah,
best.
dude, there's no shortage of artists out there looking for work.
I wonder how you managed to pick the one you wanted to do your book, though, Kevin.
Wait, say that one more time.
Hey, Ray.
I just wondered how you decided to pick the artist you wanted to draw your book.
So the thing,
You had that many?
the way I do it, I always try to build like a friendship before I build a business partnership with someone.
Right.
So I test them to see can I collaborate with you like on a friendship before we do a business partnership. Because
Right.
plus, there's a lot of scam artists. So I'm like, I'm very
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so I say certain things just to see if they basically respond correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I want to see if we can be friends before we can be a partnership. That's
Right.
how I determine. And plus, I look at the style. If it's something I really want, like I fall in love with. I love art, so I already know what I want. So that's also helped determine. I was like, okay, that style's interesting, but that's not what I'm looking for. So okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's how I kind of depict which artists I'm going for.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
And
just
plus-
curious. I was just curious.
Yeah, and plus budget wise too. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
got to come into it. Yeah.
yeah,
Just like I conferred with Sketch, to do that cover
yeah.
with me, and made that
And
joke
it's,
to him, what do you want?
Michael
First warrant and-
Sigenthaler, if I'm not mistaken.
But Skits had said, no, I just want to be fair to you. Don't want you to pay more than you're going to make. Try to figure out a budget, be conservative, and then price what you can afford. Whatever it is, I will work with you. So he's going to work with me on that. And
I told him Michael was good people, dude.
Oh yeah, Michael's, and look, man, I'm an artist. I can sit down and do my own collage, wrap around cover. But I want to see other, and I want to support others that are making their own comics. And he's really got a artistic sensibility, and if he's kind of like Doc Blaylock doing the gallery type thing or something with his art, I can see, it's kind of subjective. What do you price your art at?
Yeah, and it depends what he's doing. I appreciate the fact that he realizes that comic book art is a different.
Yet I'm
kinda-
asking for a
kinda
little bit more
sales level
artistic
than,
symbology and everything, and
Well,
I
but-
suggested
that's
some
what
things like
he's good at. So
torn paper or string for lines or things like that. I've
dude, he's
suggested
probably
a
gonna
few
blow his
elements.
fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm sure
Hey.
what that's a great thing. I can sit down and I can do a collage and I can be happy with it. And yes, it can be a nice cover and everybody can enjoy that. And I will do some stuff in the future. In fact, I bought some blue painter's tape today so that I can get busy working on some backgrounds and artwork, and experimenting around with some of the page layouts, what I might want to put in the backgrounds, of the story we're working on right now. And, but I also want to see other people and what they can do. And I've seen his stuff. I really like it. He's got a good artistic sensibility, and I'd like to see what he comes up with. And I don't mind paying for it.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a kind of an abstractness about him. Maybe.
Yeah, and I like that. I know you're not that hot on the abstract thing, but I think
Dude,
that was
the way Michael does it in skits, I love it, dude.
yeah. Well, he's got a great premise. This guy in a straitjacket, with this dreadlock curly hair, and he's got a great design sensibility. He's a great artist.
Oh yeah.
Some of his scenes, like that floating ship in the sky, mind blowing. Or Skits, the character jumping off the bridge.
The ghost ship,
Wonderful.
dude.
Yeah.
I want the Jeep Lee of that, man. But I just can't afford it.
I say if you do, just a minute, Dave. I say if you do abstract art, first you need to show people that you can do it all, that you're well versed in.
Oh, dude, he does everything well.
He does everything. That's the thing about it. He's the real deal. He's really got I mean, just to watch some of his tutorial. I mean, they're not really tutorials, but him painting, with the different, and it's collage type, put together skits type thing. It's wild. It's he's really thinking out of the box, and I like that.
Yeah, Michael's got a different brain than most artists, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it takes a little bit of experimentation and a little bit of time and, a place to work, and he's got a nice studio, and, it's, but yeah, I mean, he's all about the art, and I can tell he's not,
Okay.
There's a lot of people in comics, they could care less. It's just a money grab, I think, and they're not thinking out of the box. He's thinking out of the box. And when people think about my comics, I thought, even I'm thinking out of the box. It's like, yes, I could get a standard, or even a die cut cover or glow in the dark or some kind of gimmick type thing, or a full cover, and those would be nice. But with this Future Visions, and it might, and all the covers may not be as artistic as the first one, but as why not for the first one go all artsy on it, with some symbology and stuff, and some different textures and stuff, and then subsequent issues could look more like a standard comic or whatever. But for the first one, I really, and it does have a theme, the future, right? All the stories are told in the future.
Yeah.
One of them's told in 1959, not our future, but the character's future. So that kind of mixes it up too, that they're not just all futuristic stories, even though it's still set in the past, which kind of,
you're gonna have a few people that are gonna have a problem grasping that concept.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here every day to walk them through it. So,
I'm just saying it's bound to happen, dude. I mean, I get it. I know exactly what you mean, but there are gonna be people scratching their heads, going, "What?"
Well, maybe I need to spell it out on the content page. This is not with little brackets. This is not a futuristic story for us, but it's a futuristic story for the character, And the title ought to tell you everything. The death of Silver Boa.
You hate to have to kind of do that kind of exposition.
I know, walk them through it. It's kind of like if you had to tell them the answer to the joke, it wasn't funny to begin with, right?
Right. And like I said, I think people will get it. That they might have to read it a couple of times, but you're going to have at least a couple that are going to be like, "Thought this was a future book. What's this story doing set in 1959?" You're going to get a couple complaints.
And my reply will be, ask John Malin. Hashtag godlike.
Go talk to the coach.
Go talk to the coach. Yeah. I don't know. You got godlike, didn't you, Shadowhawk? Are you going to get it?
No, I got it.
Did you read it?
I have not read the whole thing yet. I have looked through the artwork, and it's pretty fucking amazing.
Okay, all right. Well, a lot of people will criticize it for a lot of exposition, but I can see John's point.
I did notice there was a lot of
pretty wordy,
wordy pages. But I've also been, I listen to John's streams and like Jack shows, stuff like that.
Right.
And
so it adds context to the book.
Yeah, and I mean, he kind of explained why he did it the way he did it, because he wanted this first issue for, people to get a good solid hold on the universe, so that by the time the next one comes out, you're not going to be going, "Wait a minute, what the fuck was that?" So I think it can work with you or against you a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I have faith in Malin. I support all this shit.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of blowback with that for him, and I think that was unexpected.
You had a few people that got issues with Malin that were saying it sucked. And
Oh, you think that's all it was?
From what I've seen,
Okay.
I mean, most people that are honest are
Can't
saying
wait till
that.
you get Devil Flyer and see what they say about me.
Yeah, most people are saying the artwork is done really well. The story is good. It probably, I mean, John's not, a superstar writer yet. So yeah, the story probably could have used like a Mike Barron or somebody to come in and help out, maybe a little
Oh,
bit.
you think so? Okay.
But overall, I believe this is the first story that John wrote completely on his own too, because he usually has Mark Polton helping him out.
Right. Well,
So,
I mean,
for
I would
a
say
first story, the artwork is absolutely
I would say a
spectacular.
good exercise though is we already know you like John May. I would just say take the words. If you had no visuals and you just were reading this without the overall, oh, great artwork by John Malin, how would it hold up? I'm curious.
That's why the exposition is there, is because if you did that without it, you would never
You'd
be able
kind
to
of lost.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to piece the story together. It would still look amazing, but you wouldn't know why anything was going on.
So Rex.
Say, Dave.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I've got a page of art. Can you identify the artist? I wonder.
I'll try.
Ooh.
I know I got something wrong on the
Texas
tote bag
Dave challenge.
Wait till it settles down a bit.
Yeah.
You see that?
Ooh.
I haven't got a clue. Oh, I would. Well, all right. I'll take a guess. Jim Steranko.
No.
No.
I'll tell you unless anybody else wants to guess. I'll tell you. Any ideas?
No.
No. Marshall Rogers.
Oh,
really?
Marshall Rogers.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah, I can see it now, kind of. Yeah.
Very detailed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great Batman
Yeah.
artist, and I
Yeah,
love
that's
his
awesome.
independent stuff that he did in the 80s.
Well, this was inside that issue of Detective.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
With Clayface. There you go. With Clay going up against Clayface, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Dr. Hugo. It's Dr. Hugo on the cover.
Yeah, that was issue number 471, by the way.
471. Well, I'll check that out.
Batman Detective Comics, because he did a few stories in like round about that time.
And his Batman were great. And I love that logo around that time where he has the cape,
But that picture I just showed you wasn't even a splash page. It was just in the story.
He's great.
Nice.
He's great.
That's awesome.
He did a series, a Batman in that I have several issues of in the I want to say, I'm not sure when it came out, to tell you the truth, but he did a later series that was sort of prestige format. But sadly, he's passed away now. He died fairly young.
I'm not sure what age he was when he passed away. Can you remember?
No, but I bet you I can do a search and find out.
Google
it. Yeah.
Guess you could at that.
But yeah, Marshall Rogers, he's often overlooked. He did a book for Pacific Comics. I think it was Pacific. It might have been Eclipse, called Scorpio Rose.
I've never heard of it.
He did several. Different comics. During the sort of explosion of the 80s.
I mean, I only ever associated them really with drawing Batman for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and a lot of people just forget that sort of mid 70s or late 70s Batman run, and it's very nice, you know.
yeah,
I'm kind
yeah.
of glad that he
Some
returned to it. He had
some
one
nice issues
cover.
there. Yeah.
Let me just do a search on eBay and under his name and see what comes up, and I'll try and
Hmm.
I really like Marshall Rogers. I got my Marshall Rogers somehow years and years ago. So I kind of knew his Batman work, and his Batman work was the first thing that I
Yeah,
saw of his stuff.
yeah. A bit like
Oh,
me then.
Marshall Rogers had a good run. I mean, a good run on the second series of Silver Surfer. I'd forgotten about that.
Did he?
Oh
Remember all
wow!
those?
Didn't know
Wow!
that.
Remember
Didn't
all
know
those Marshall Rogers Silver Surfers, Shadowhawk?
I remember the issues. I didn't realize it was him.
There's
that.
one with the Joker, and then here's number 2 there. Apparently he
I think
did
I've still got that. I think I've still got that first issue.
Excalibur
Yeah.
number 10 from 1989. Here's a
Oh.
Tales of Teen Titans number 66. Let's see, rare large production art cover. Oh, who is that? I'm just curious who's putting that up for sale. Lead Pink. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I bought a lot of stuff from him. Oh, here it is. Shadow of the Batman with Englehart. And I love Englehart writing.
Yeah. Rogers and Englehart were a team back in the day, weren't they? Quite a bit.
Marvel Fanfare
Yeah.
number 6, Marshall Rogers here.
Yeah, Craig Russell. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had Doctor Strange. I read that in the 80s. Had a good run on Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Detective Inc. That was another one that he did from Eclipse Comics. Mr. Miracle, he did some Mr. Miracles in the 70s. Yeah. Apparently had something to do with this Western type thing. I saw that the other day. Detective covers. What else we got? Oh, there's Scorpio Rose. A couple issues, 1 and 2 of that from Eclipse, 1983. Steve Englehart doing the writing on that as well. They're a good combo. There's the cover.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I think they worked together quite a bit. A bit like Gene Colan and Thomas Palmer, was it? Was it Thomas Palmer? Might have been.
First printing fantasy Marshall Rogers cover, just Imagine number 1 from Star Reach. Wow, that's I haven't seen that book.
1978.
78, yeah.
That's going back a bit.
Definitely. I mean, look at some of these Detective Comics covers that he did. You know, they're just awesome. I know they're kind of small on the. Well, apparently he did that Spitfire number 10 there from the new Marvel Comics New Universe from 1987.
Yeah, I just got a message from my friend Kevin. He just sent me a message about Marshall Rogers. He was born 22nd of January 1950 and died on March the 24th, 2007.
2007. Okay. Yeah.
So he wouldn't be that old, would he? Really?
Look at this Shadow of the Bat number 2 wraparound cover. That's cool. I think that's probably like a prestige format reprint of some of his old stuff, you know.
He only got to 57, Rex.
With the new cover. 57 years old. Yeah, I still think that's pretty young, you know.
It is. It is, considering
apparently he's got something in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 32.
Right.
Amazing World of DC Comics, number 16, 1977. So he's.
That's why I'm quite amazed. I'm still around, Rex. You know, like considering when I see people like pass away years earlier.
Yeah. Oh, apparently there's some Marshall Rogers in that Eclipse Monthly number 1 that I just got too.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I forgot that. First appearance of Static.
You'll have to check it. You'll have to dig it out, Rex, sometime. That one.
Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right there. Oh,
Yeah, it's right down here.
right there.
Yep.
Isn't that a
Man.
coincidence?
I don't think I've stowed it away yet, Dave.
Have you not? Yeah, is it just arrived then, Rex?
Not
you
too
had it
long ago,
today?
Dave.
Mhm.
The very first Lion Annual from the UK.
I've seen that before.
1954.
Yeah,
Have you
the
seen
year
this before?
I've seen it, but that's the year I was born. So just send it me.
Oh,
please.
okay. I've also got 55.
Right.
Lion Annual.
I'll have
55.
put it this way. There's not many things that I can afford to buy with the year of my birth on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Did you know that Harley Quinn was in this coloring
What's
book? And this is
No,
prior to her first appearance in comics.
I didn't know that.
She's got a couple of images that are in this. It's a very, very thin coloring book that they came out with. That was
Isn't it?
polybag.
Right. Didn't know that.
And they also came out with like a hardback reading book for kids, or maybe a soft, but it had a cassette.
Right.
It was like a book and a cassette, and that had Harley in it too, or on the. And a lot of people consider that sort of her first appearance, and somewhat, you know, get past all these Alan Class. Did you ever have any Alan Class? I've asked you that.
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay.
I did. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
I did that.
Okay.
Did I tell you I went to a Batman exhibition a couple of weeks ago, right?
A Batman exposition? There it is.
Exhibition, that's it.
Exhibition. Okay.
In Manchester. Yeah.
Let's see. What did he do in this? Oh, he did Quick and Fousey or something like that. The Fousey being this bird-like character.
Right.
And Quick being sort of the aviator kid there. And that's what Marshall Rogers did in this. And this is the first appearance of Static by Steve Ditko, a character he did. And he would later get a 3-issue series with him, whatever.
Right.
I know I've got 3 issues of that book of Static.
Very nice.
One of his latter characters that Steve Ditko created. Here's since I just had it here handy. This is what they call a test cover. It does have all the ads, you know, printed. Like if I lift this up on the back, it's got the ads.
Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
where they pull it off the line as it's being published. Really need to stick this in something larger, not so tight on it, but nice Thongor cover, 20 center.
Very good.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, suppose if you had a coverless and it was worth it, you know, you could put one of these with it and trim it because this is untrimmed, you know.
Right.
Needs a little trimming. You see the line there on the side. That's where normally it would be trimmed. But it does have all the inside ads and the back ad, you know. Right. They call those test covers or approval covers.
By the way, Rex, while I remember, have you got anything related to Tintin?
I do. I've got a little Tintin book in there.
Right.
Let me see if it's
because again, my friend Kevin, he's into his Tintin. You know, how's his adventures of? I was asking. Used to watch that myself when I was a kid.
Nice.
Yeah, a long time ago, by the way, Kevin. It's very confusing because I know somebody called Kevin and you're called Kevin, so you know what I mean. I'm going to think about it.
And there's a lot of Kevins.
There is that. There's also a lot of Daves as well because that's
true.
You know,
That is true. That is true.
So my actual name is Texas Dave, but I don't have the Dave bit on at the minute.
So
Gotcha.
I think I've got some of this. I've got more than one of these, but it's the Adventures of Tintin and the 7 Crystal Balls.
Very
10,
nice.
10, 7 crystal balls. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Just
did
like
a lot of books, didn't they? You know,
little
they did
paperback. Yeah, they've done quite a
Yeah.
few.
stories.
You know, the panels are small on that to read. They really
they are.
are. You know, it's
Wow.
good.
Wow.
What size of book is that? Is it A4? By comparison to a magazine size?
Well, let's see.
A3.
We'll get a regular comic here.
Might be A3, I don't know.
Got a regular comic. Okay, how about that? Right there.
It's just for a comparison, really. It's hard
about
to
like
tell.
that, you know, compared to
All
that.
right, so it's smaller than it's a little bit smaller than an American comic. No.
Yeah, small little paperback, probably in a series. And a gentleman I used to work for went to these auctions and he just bought a bunch of stuff, and it had like some Conan trade paperbacks and Tintin and just different things in it. And I worked for him for months before I started cleaning out a shed, and I was like, man, you got a whole box of comics in there. And he's like, yeah, you can have those if you want, you know. It does have, I really haven't looked in this a lot, but it's got the real life inspiration behind Tintin's adventures. Little photo of the artist there. So it's got a section on Tintin in the background, a little bit of their history. So it's a pretty nice book, you know, sort of a timeline up here. Let's see, I guess the artist that did Tintin was born in Belgium in 1907. I guess, let's see, when did Tintin's first adventure, Tintin in the Land of the Soviets, appears in a French magazine, 1939 or 1929. I'm sorry. So been around since 1929, but it's got a lot of the history in the back of it. Pretty cool. Might learn a lot from reading this. Maybe I need to take time to read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be a hater.
Don't be a
You know,
hater.
All right. Well, talk amongst yourselves. I got to check my phone. You know, they hadn't let me know if I'm going to work tonight or not. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
And the guy that they say contact, right? He says contact the secretary. I'm like, pass the buck. You're the guy that they tell me to contact, and you don't know nothing or anything. Proper English, right?
Yeah,
you don't know nothing.
My friend Kevin is a very keen Tintin fan. He's got loads. He's got all the Tintin books and
that's a lie.
Memorabilia, you know. What?
That's a lie. I don't think that's true.
I'm on about my friend Kevin, not Kevin that's on here.
Oh,
Kevin.
your friend. Oh, okay.
No, not me.
Yeah, not Kevin Davis. Okay.
No, not me. Not me.
Okay.
You know. Sometimes
Look at that library behind him. You know. Look at that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hang on.
If it wasn't so darn expensive, I'd send you one of these Tintin books, Dave.
I know. There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a little bit of it. He's holding out on you. That's not everything.
Yeah, I know. You know.
You got a whole museum in your house.
Well, luckily, I've got a spare room here, Kevin. You know that I can use to house my collection. So,
nice.
So I'm quite fortunate, really. There, just about a big enough room. I've also got a load of figures as well. You know, the Marvel and DC things. You can maybe see some behind me on the shelf up there. I'll go and pick one down for you.
And I see you got the Superman hat too.
Yeah, I've got this one. See, there's that.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll hold it a bit closer, then you can see the detail a bit better.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
You know.
Nice.
it kind of looks like she's floating on the
Yeah.
stand, like that.
Wow.
Nice detail. And that's the back.
Who's like your favorite characters of all time?
Oh, I've got too many to tell you.
Oh.
I've got too many to tell you, to be fair.
Okay.
I
How
mean,
about top three? How about top three?
Oh, it would be a struggle, but the top three would have to be firstly the Silver Surfer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But,
Nice.
got this one as well. I've got like a few of these, you know, like I'm just bringing one or two over to give you a closer look.
Poison Ivy?
Yeah.
Ah, I got it. I know some of the characters.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Poison
Nice.
Ivy.
That's beautiful.
Nice, isn't it? That?
Heck yeah. Is it like a snake wrapped around her arm?
No,
Or
it's
is that like-
it's a plant.
Oh, I couldn't tell because it looked like a snake for a second.
It's a vine, you know, like a vine.
Oh, now I see it. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now I
it.
see it.
It's, you know, with leaves on and that. Yeah.
Now is that resin?
No. Yeah. Sorry. It's
Okay.
resin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, that, isn't it? So,
That's what's up.
not too bad, is it? But
Dave, I got a new archive in.
this is
Rather
my
nice.
favorite. Sorry, Rex.
I got a new archive in, all winners.
Oh yeah.
Picked it up. I mean, this was a $55 book originally, right? I got it
Wow.
on eBay for like $17 and something, less than
Nice.
18 bucks.
Oh,
It
nice. Okay.
reprints all winners 5 through 8. It's good golden age stuff, you know.
By the way, Rex, Kevin, my friend, says there's only 24 Tintin books. That's not Kevin here. That's Kevin.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was so limited. So why do you
That's
think he's so
my
popular?
favorite. That's my favorite issue.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. So I mean, if you could only save one book, would it be that one?
Yeah, this would be the one.
That's
This
pretty
would
high
be the
grade.
one.
I like it. It's looking
Yeah.
good. It's
It's
a
in a
great
mile.
story.
It's in a Mylar bag as well. It's in a Mylar.
Yeah, there you go. Protect that investment.
No.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Nice that.
I picked up something last night I've not seen before. Shadowhawk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's
Okay.
there.
Have you seen Snickers Pecan?
Oh God. What the heck?
Ooh,
I think I have.
I,
Yeah.
I think,
Instead of
yeah, I
peanuts,
think I
it's got
have.
pecan
I
in it.
can't eat them anymore.
Only
I like-
200 calories.
Is that all? Is that all?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I got fat just
Yeah.
watching it, just looking at it. You know? And then I picked up a replacement.
Calories watching it.
You got
Bream.
kettle
This
corn.
is the bomb, man. You know, kettle corn, sweet and salty. Oh, whew. Now Bream's, they're out of Memphis, Tennessee, Kevin. Did you know
you're gonna
that?
have to do-
Bream's chips. They're made
Did
in
not
Memphis.
know
And
not know that.
usually they got a scripture on here. This one's Psalms 23:4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. How about
that.
that?
Wow.
I
Yep.
know
That sounds like Memphis.
It does? Okay, well,
Damn.
wow, okay. I'm
You'll
not
have
even
to
gonna
be-
Oh
I was
man.
going to say, Rex, you'll have to be careful. You'll be cutting weight on with all these sweets and chocolates you're showing us.
I'll have to be careful. What now?
I said you'll have to be careful. All these sweets and chocolates you're showing us, you'll be putting weight on soon if you're not careful.
Well, I'm actually going to send that Snickers to a friend, but now the sweet and I've got tonight off. They didn't even bother. Oh, I thought I told everybody. There's 3 trucks going out, and I'm not one of them. And I'm like, why the hell not? You know?
Well, did you not ask them that? Did you not ask them why? the
No,
hell
but
not?
I'm thinking about going. You know what? I want to work every day, every night. Don't give me a day off, even when we're not spraying. I want to be spraying. You know,
Okay.
I
You
got a
tell
book to get out. You know,
You tell them.
Oh,
Rex. You
good.
tell 'em.
Well,
shut on his boss.
Seniority ought to have its privileges, right? I mean, I've been there longer than everybody except one guy.
I have a question for you, Rex.
Okay.
Are you on set hours, contracted hours, as and
No.
when, or how does it work? The job you do.
When they need us, they'll.
So if they don't need you, they don't.
Well, they're sending 3 trucks out, Dave, and there's no route that I haven't done. So what I'm saying is I've been there longer than anybody. They ought to give it to me and Larry and some other.
Yeah. So how come
seniority ought to have its, in fact, the boss told me, and I don't want to give him really a hard time, but he said, if we're going out, you'll go out every time we spray.
Right.
So I'm like, I know you got a lot of trucks out, but why aren't I being chose first? If you don't stand up for your rights, then you're, I appreciate the night off and I'll go do topic list and Tokamate show tonight.
But the thing is, I would imagine that if you don't go out, you don't get paid. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the season's going to be over in a couple months, and it's like every day counts, So
what is it? So what is it you actually spray? Because I've never asked you.
Pesticide, different types of pesticides. Kill those little beasties that kill over $2 million people a year.
So
I know Kevin's got mosquitoes.
So whereabouts is it fields you spray then or something? Is it fields?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Like when I do the college is surrounded by fields.
Right.
And so if I get right on the edge of the zone, I'm going to get part of the field. It depends on the way the wind's blowing, really, right? Okay. The drift. Yeah. It may not even go on the college. It may just go straight into the fields, which I'm happy with because it's so close to the college. It's the barrier. You're probably doing more good spraying the fields. We do aerial spraying too from the airport, do you? And that's probably, I may hear a plane here in a little bit, just once it gets dark, they may be spraying, they may not. I don't know. I don't keep up with that part of it, but I did go in early, and I'm like, look, man, I don't want to kick anybody out of a paycheck. Maybe you hadn't worked somebody in a while. I understand. But if I can work me, because I'm going to be out of a job here pretty soon. And seniority ought to have its privileges.
Well, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
After 12 years, I think I've earned it. Now, if that doesn't matter and you want to then I may not be back next year. And Larry almost didn't come back this year. That leaves you with 0 experience. We trained some of the guys this year, but don't expect that next year, It's like, I mean, I'll do it if I'm there, but I may not be there. If you don't meet my needs financially, I'm out of here. I told him, I said last year I was $2,000 less than the previous year. Right. Now, granted, I made more. That was my top year, the year before, but still,
Yeah, it's still the point,
Yeah. And
we're just
and the way it's shaping up to go, it'll probably be about like last year, unfortunately. So I
was just curious. That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just pesticide. It's it's poison that only kills the adult mosquitoes and not the larvae. They have a larvicide that they can spray early on in the season that'll kill eggs and stuff. The thing about it is we have agriculture around here, so we have fields, and a lot of them are rice fields, and that has a lot of water, so they're breeding in a lot of that stagnant water, and they will eat your face off. What are you eating, Shadowhawk? Speaking of eating,
pizza.
I hear the spoon against the dish.
I think he said pizza.
Pizza? Don't eat pizza with a spoon unless it's child high,
No, you should always use. If you're eating pizza, you just use your fingers, don't you?
Yeah.
Usually, it just came out of the microwave.
My favorite food in the world, Dave. If you didn't know,
what's that?
Pizza is my favorite food in the world. If you didn't
Is it
know
really?
that and grapes.
Didn't know that.
I even made a grape pizza a couple of times.
Right.
It's not that great, great combination. It's kind of weird. Hey, you like grapes, you like pizza, try it both. You might like it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a combination.
It is a different combination, yeah.
It's a combination.
If you like sweet on your pizza, it's kind of like pineapple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and people, I don't, one person, I know it's just one person out there got that all started, Kevin, would you eat a pizza with pineapple on it?
Hell no.
Really?
Yeah, I've tried it. I've tried it before. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I hate it.
You got a hater on the panel.
I'm sorry. I couldn't do. But at least I tried it. But it's not for me.
At least you gave it a fair.
I was like,
yeah.
I
was like, if you like it, cool. But it's not for me. It's not for me. So, but yeah. So at least I'm one of those. At least I'm not one of those that didn't try and just hates it for no reason. At least I gave it a try. So,
that's good.
So yeah, it's just not for me.
All right, before I get out of here, I'm going to show that artwork again that Shadowhawk just kind of glossed over and was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing that." So, the first one he sent was, which I did not show earlier. I've already shown it previously. And Bystander is, if you don't know, Kevin, is like my a watcher type character, my cosmic type character. He doesn't look like the Watcher, but he's kind of similar to that, right?
Gotcha.
So there he is lighting a cigarette.
Nice.
He looks like Sam Spade with some private eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a private eye type look, doesn't he? Kind of like Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of represents. He's supposed to represent kind of every man. That's why his name Bystander. That.
Okay.
And that was the Bystander was created because of the name, not because I wanted that name with the character. I thought Bystander was a cool word for a character, and
gotcha.
And so he was one of the characters that was more of a conceptual type character, where the name came before the actual, usually I create the character and then the name, from what I kind of suggested what I created. That happened with Devil Flyer. He had wings, and he had a trident and a sort of a devil's tail, so it kind of suggested the name.
Gotcha. Nice.
But
Okay.
with Bystander, it was more of a concept of what, kind of like a generic traveler, which was an old character created in the 50s by Steve Ditko, or that he drew. I don't know if he created him or not. I think he did. And he's kind of like a Phantom Stranger at DC Comics, or The Question, who Ditko also, Fedora hat and all that. These are shots that are going to be put in over, on pages for artwork, as he narrates sort of story. Timothy Olsen says, "I made a great pizza. It was so great, Rex. 2024.
No, it was not so great.
Bad enough there is pineapple. Wow. God bless Kevin." So another hater in the chat now. Thanks for that, Kevin. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Called him out,
Yeah, you're welcome.
I like pineapple on pizza though. Sorry.
I don't know. This show just kind of brings it out of people. I don't know.
Heathens.
Yeah, heathens. Yeah. You like pineapple on your pizza, right, Shadowhawk?
If it's a free pizza, that's about the only way.
There you go. Bystander having a migraine.
I say no to free.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, Dillard's pretty good, but don't let him know that. You know, the prices might go up.
Noted. Gotcha.
All right. And then,
Yeah, don't
here's
blow
one
his head
just
up.
standing there.
He's got a big enough head.
Got a big enough head.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I got you.
Anymore, it
So
might
one of
just
him
not.
just standing there with his mouth open, so I can put words in it, narrate. You know,
Nice.
just simple pose, very clean. And let's see, I think I've got one more here.
Hush.
Here we go.
God.
Another one there where he's just kind of presenting the story. Standing there, presenting the story. There we go. Downsize that. The
Nice.
thing of it is they're so tall sometimes. If you
Excuse me.
there. Yeah. So making progress on the book. Yay!
Nice.
Slow but sure.
Okay.
Yay. Go back it today over on Fund My Comic.
You know what they
Go for
say,
it.
slow and steady wins the day.
Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah.
The
Or the day. Yeah.
yes. Or the
Yeah.
other race.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, what is your, I mean, we got into this earlier. What is your solution to things? Of all the violence over there? How's this going to play out? How's this going to resolve itself?
Well, that's a good question, to be fair, because I don't think anybody knows. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same place all around the country.
It's what?
It's not just in one place, it's various towns and cities throughout the country.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, there's no pattern to it.
Hey, Corsa joining
What's up,
us from
Carissa?
Facebook. Yeah, I've stopped.
Not
I've stopped, sending stuff to Facebook or broadcasting on Facebook because I'm not getting any views.
Oh yeah, it's my Facebook.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I broadcast it from my Facebook.
Oh.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, I'm glad. A lot of stuff that I play sometimes just get it struck down because of music, and I just don't bother anymore. And I went back to Twitch, which we've had some people from Twitch in here. I kind of hate not because my sister watches it from Facebook sometimes, or maybe some other people, but it's always not while we're broadcasting because I never see them in the chat.
I usually just watch it on YouTube when I'm not on. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I got
a
it.
worker, Dave. I know you're out there more than Now, do you watch it the next day on replay?
No, I just pop in every other
Okay,
day
when we're
and just have
live,
a
yeah.
little look.
Well, now I
just
know you
to-
usually pop in and say hi in the chat, but
I
not
make
always.
the odd comment in the chat from time
Yeah,
to time,
yeah.
including when that guy was on a few weeks ago that had a spinner rack in the background. I still haven't got one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I got it broadcasting on my Facebook and my YouTube.
Well, good. Yeah, I mean, when we share out the link and whatnot, anybody in here on YouTube, if you haven't hit that like button, here's your reminder: hit that like button. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. Been losing a few subscribers lately. Not happy about that.
But not only that, if you subscribe, it means it stores you for next time, and you can find people more easily.
Absolutely, yeah,
as well.
Yep.
And I guess your show over on the comic book outlet with Pops has been going all right.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
been
Show offs.
it's been going all right. Thanks, Rex. Yeah. Still,
What are some of the things that you've been showing over there?
Well, I've been showing some of the British stuff, like for example,
Stuff you got up on eBay now?
No, this is my friend again. I'm selling some of his stuff, but that's one example.
Oh, okay.
There.
Now that's not your friend in the chat, is it?
No, this isn't. But this is a British version of an American reprint. So 36 pages.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to collect some of the British ones like that. I absolutely would.
Black and white inside, as you can
Yeah.
see. So this is like,
look at that. That's Gil
magazine
Kane
size.
artwork in the inside.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
What did that say? Tentacle of Terror?
Tentacle of Terror. Oh
The
Lord,
Tentacle of Terror. Wow.
that's interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
this was actually part 2 of a story, because they used to split them in half. So they used to just blow up a larger.
Oh yeah,
panel
they'd
and-
only give you a half issue, and then
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah. Now I got since you showed that, I got to show this Apex
but
Comics.
just to balance it, there's your Thor, Jack Kirby.
There you
as
go.
well.
Probably with Vince Coletta inks, maybe. Yep, Vince Coletta. Yeah,
that's
embellishment. Yeah.
That's the back cover, by the way. Oh,
Very nice, Dracula.
Nice.
That's
nice.
probably Gene Colan, isn't it? Let me take a look.
I'm not sure who the artist is on that. You know.
Yeah,
On
that's
this
that's
advert.
kind of iffy, isn't it?
Could be.
So
So
Gene Colan did a lot of that, made Tomb of Dracula. I've got to show this. Apex Comics sent me this with I think it might have been Filmbat, the book or something. Anyway, he did this piece here in what he calls his manga style. It doesn't look much different than his regular style. But he put Devil Flyer up here, and then his character Filmbat, and a character called Tentacle Girl.
Well, you say film or flim?
Fembat, like a female.
Okay.
Fembat,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
His vampire character that should be launching in October 27th, I think, before Halloween. But there's my character, Devil Flyer, is drawn by Apex Comics. And maybe 2005 will have Devil Flyer versus Fembat.
who knows?
Yeah, we kind
Who
of
knows?
announced that
Yeah.
last year, but haven't been waiting on him to do Fembat so that we can.
By the way, Rex, that cover I just showed before this one. My friend Kevin in the UK said it looks like an angry Elton John.
Yeah,
I
could
can see
be.
it.
Yeah,
I could definitely see it. Yeah.
Dr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh man.
he just made that comment before, like, not on the chat, just to me, So
I do
Wow.
enjoy the song Rocket Man, but with Elton John, it just has a different connotation every time I listen to it as well.
yeah,
But anyway, I've been collecting these little boxes. Now this still has the mixes in it, but I've been actually saying, I'm buying so many of these, I ought to start a collection of them, and then maybe after I collect them all, throw them away. But because there's so many. There's like Sunkissed and Crush and Snapple and Sonic, 7-Up, Hawaiian Punch, all kinds of brands. So pretty cool.
Wow.
I see we're hit the 2-hour mark. I got the night off, but
Yay.
I'm gonna rest, and then I'll be back on
Right.
Topicless with Jason
Well-
Bascom and Luke. I think it's on Luke's channel this time. I think.
I was going to say,
He just had a birthday, so I can tell him happy birthday again.
I was going to say, if you've been on 2 hours, you know what time it is here then.
Yeah, it's past midnight
Wow.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's getting
Well, yeah,
late.
you're 6 hours
Kevin's
ahead.
our special
Yeah.
guest, our special guest, and we had to wait over 2 months to get him again.
Sorry.
We'll let him say the magic words that will end the show,
Absolutely.
and I'll have to tell him because he probably does it.
Whisper it.
Keep collecting.
Keep collecting.
There you go. Nailed it in one.
Hey.